choices we've got and take it all from there, really. Wow, what a gorgeous morning. Absolutely unbelievable. Mist on the water, blowing across. Sun coming up over there with the tower of got the number one choice, and you can see in the options when he gets down here tomorrow about where he's going to do, about what he wants to do. So there's plenty of options around and about here. Yeah, wow, happy about that. Looking good in it. So there's no point wandering around looking for fish at this time of the morning. They rarely show themselves until sort of gone 10 o'clock. You just have to, well, I'll explain it all later. I want to get this bivvy up, get things moving and going. Peach, what a place. Right then, first job done. Bivvy up, right position I reckon with that southwesterly and westerly, nicely sheltered. I'm gonna, not quite sure where I'm gonna put the baits yet. It's amazing. Let me just, I'm gonna stop this and zoom in, and you can see the trees on the island that stick out a lot better. Right, hang on. There you go, that is the sort of side of Seagull Island. And now the sun's on it, you can actually see the trees that stick out from the front of it. Those trees are sort of about 20 foot, 30 foot tall, so yeah, you can't go too close to that at all whatsoever. So the plan is, we're going to stick a bait in the middle, load of pellet, chops and stuff, and put that on a bag. Probably going to fish one at range still, because I produced a few fish off that the other week. With the southwesterly blowing onto that bank, it seems sort of really a good option to do realistically. Then we'll take it from there. So I better go and get the rest of the toots down from the car. Well, I reckon this is the best loo view that you can get from a fishing lake. Well, you can get better, couldn't you, to be perfectly honest with you. A nice view looking across the lake would be good. But hey, it's, you know, it's a nice little view, nice little place to have a break, sit down, relax. I've seen badgers, squirrels, deer, foxes when I'm in sitting here. It's fantastic, really. There you go. We are getting out. This is load 3, which is basically the Weber stove and toot on the front, along with the cool box, and then the nice garden fishing chair, camping chair, the word I'm after, that sits in the bivvy that I sit on, and a few buckets of bait. In fact, there's a big bucket of bait in there. I'm going to stick that big bucket of bait out there, up the middle, get that done in the next couple of hours. I'll be happy. I'm going to get everything all set up and done, and then sort of relax, have a brew, and then just sort of get with it. There's no point in sort of trying to get a bait out, maybe wangling a fish now, I don't think. I'm tempted to stick a couple of singles on out across towards the island. The only downside of that is that I'll end up causing myself problems, because where my lines will be going is where I want to bait. So we shall see. I might bait it up and then do that this afternoon. See how tired we are. We've been up since sort of 5 o'clock, so to get a little good bit of sleep tonight would be nice. The mist's gone, the sun's coming out, it's warming up. Still no signs of any fish at all, but as I said, you don't, you know, 9:30, 10 o'clock they start showing themselves. But it doesn't really matter. They show themselves here, there and everywhere on here. They're never in a complete another cluster. Amazing place. But, oh, there we go, there's my first signs of a fish. Funnily enough, the corner of that island where I said to you I was thinking about putting a bait for the morning. Oh, that will be on film, but quite a long way away. Might have to do that, actually, to be honest with you. Might be worth a play. Learn me tips and might nick a bite first thing. We'll see. I want to get everything in the bivvy first and get everything sorted out, so see really. Generally means when they're showing we're pretty doomed really, but there we go. I'll see when this weather front's coming in as well. Right, I'm going to crack on, get it all done. Right then, bivvy is now finally up. I've got the marker out. I found the spot I'm looking for. 16 to 17 wraps. Haven't done that bit particularly yet. I'm going to start spreading the bait around that rod, and then move the other little rod a little bit more to the left and start spreading a load of bait down there. I've got a huge bucket of bait and some particles and all sorts of stuff I want to get out there, so I'm going to crack on with it, do a little bit of a running commentary while I do it, and yeah, we'll take it from there. And fingers crossed, eh? Right then, we are off. We've got a lot of spomming to do. Yeah, so it's good. Pellet and pellet and crushed boilies. I need to put some boilies in there. Just remember that I haven't put some boilies in the mix, but let's get this to sort of ranged up. Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that. I don't wrap it around sticks. I just sort of get out of that range. As I said to you before about this place, it's you can spread your baits around quite a large area. Get it sort of spread around and things like that. I want to get those boilies and put some of them boilies in. Oh, it's only dropping it swim. Crunchy gravel. Yeah, so I've got a usual mix of the catalyst, classic corn, and smoky jack. Got scoops of those in there. With a bit of grass. Nice. Mix that right with the pellet. Sometimes I do this the night before, but today, because I wasn't really sure where I was going to end up and what I was actually going to do, I had to mix it up on the bank, and I often mix it up on the bank, because then you're not sort of committed to a technique and a spot and an area, if you know what I mean. You know, if you suddenly want to fish out to, 30 wraps, you don't want to be spomming out of this goop too far out. Right. That's good. A little bit beyond the marker float I want, and you can just drop it around the marker float. Different sort of ranges. Ian's going to join me tomorrow. He's very happy about where I am. If needs must, he can actually go to the right of me, which is where I fished last week. But I think he'll probably go in the swim he went last week, and take it from there realistically. So the next couple of days, as the weatherman's done me, it's going to be wet, windy, blowy and rainy. Similar to recent conditions, to be fair, and we're blanked. Let's not get our hopes up too much. But Give me hands, give you rods. Must remember to we've all had bad experiences with swans here. Yeah, not completely bad. I've caught one, I don't think. They are sort of, what should we say, problematically annoying. I needed to edit it. There you go. It's on the money, but on the money for a picture, and not necessarily on the money for trying to spread the bait around realistically. That's what I was going to do. Yeah. Well, it's in my bucket of joy now. Bucket of joy. And these little things, Himalayan rock salt, for anyone that doesn't know. Very good. Right time of the year, devastating. Right, we are getting there. You might notice I've got the overwrap on. The weather forecast is going to be a fair bit of rain. So I thought, well, good opportunity to test out the overwrap. I wonder what the chances I find the holes are from a couple of weeks back. Zero, really, isn't there? Apart from that one. Okay, that's done. Yeah, what have I done? Right, well, 18 and a half wraps it was. That's about right. That's a good bagging range for me, that is. Oh, have some more drink. I'm gonna get a kettle on really, have a brew, but it's about the wind and the rain coming in. Time, but I haven't been rushing, so. Oh, lovely. Alright. Bag wise. Already made up from the last time. So. Yeah, thought I'd done that. Tightened it up too much. So I've got to take off my leader, haven't I? Take off my leader. And put the bag on from scratch. Which is good because I had to take this rig apart anyway. So, yeah, that's okay, really. Yeah, that's not bad. So, get rid of that. Now I have to leave the longer hook link on, a shorter hook link on. I was doing quite well on the longer hook link, so yeah. A few months ago, I've got to check one of these. One of these is a hole in the bottom. Yeah. Yeah, so what was I going to say? Right. Oh dear, right. Warm, isn't it? You wouldn't know, but it is. It is warm. Put a bit of thought into what I actually want to do. Yeah. Also, rig should go through there because I haven't got there. But clearly not. No, it doesn't want to come back through that at all. Oh, okay. Sort of made my mind up. That's going to have to stay on there for now. I'm not going to worry about that too much for now. At all. I did have some bobs and things made up with shorter rigs in it. Now the question is, boys and girls, did I actually bring it with me? I'll just go back to those. We do have one. I do have one of my short rigs all made up, ready to go. So in that case then, answers that question, doesn't it? Where gonna short rig it will be. Nice. Absolutely perfect. But that's a chew. I'm actually going to try pop-ups this time. Yeah. Yeah, pop-ups. Didn't sort of pay off for me last week, did it? So, the wafters, we had a bit of colour to it. So we've got some pink ones, yellow ones and plain ones. So I'm going to go for a bit of a dark pink one. Yeah, That hook's perfect, that is. Yeah. And just switch it around a little bit, because the last few weeks hasn't quite panned out as I thought, really. We shall see. We can do this for a couple of nights. Then I'll be down for his trip tomorrow. Unless he's got the same idea, we should be on different tactics. I don't know. Oh, it's quite handy to do that, I must admit, sometimes. Yeah. Yes. And as I say, if it's not working, he's catching, I'll switch back, and if it is working and I'm catching, I shall duly inform him of what I've done and what has changed. Hopefully I'll have some pop-ups with him. If not, the small amount I've got, which is that, probably won't do us. But also, I don't really like fishing pop-ups over particles. Rather fish wafters, but just have to try some things, you know. They don't pop up far, they just sit perfectly on this size 4 turning point hook. Just literally just sits off the bottom perfectly. So it is a pop-up because it's sitting up. But in fact, I've been using 22s and things recently. Right, so pinch that in there. Spend 10 minutes finding my glove. No, we won't. My gloves here. I'm not going to take you outside and film me casting. Enough of that last time. Oh, hat. I got one hat at the moment. The other hat's in the bag. It's a variation of hats. I need a cap because this is thermally lined at the top. Unbelievable for winter. But some of days can be a bit tricky. Well, boys and girls, we are fishing. We are fishing. So, bought a pot of soaked thingies, but freebies. But I don't think it's the smaller one's not made it to the here. Sorry, boys and girls. Hurt my ears, let alone your ears. Yeah, I didn't seem to make it to the lake. So what I've done is I've plugged up a load of bait with some liquid stuff, so a little bit more, what should we say, smellier, that's the word, see? Let's angle you down a little bit, so you can see what I'm doing a little bit more. I might cut my head off a little bit, but yeah, I've just got a pot of baits I'm actually going to use as the stringers, so we're going to, on the 4-ounce lead on that one, not the 3. That's on there at the moment. Playing around with that, that's on the clip. Right, so we need what are we going to do? We're going to go for it. We're going to go for an old classic corn jumbo wafter. It's hot. Told you the hat's good. Too good sometimes, especially on a day like today. Whoa, you didn't need to check that hook. I stuck it in my hand. Sometimes I take the lead off when I'm sort of making rigs and things because you're less chance of doing something stupid. Like sticking a hook in your hand. Right. Stringer reel. I think I have some stringer reels. 3-bait stringer, that's what we're going to go for. Yeah, 3-bait stringer. Should go that distance. Just going to find out. I'll be back in here. Running, whinging that it's gone wrong. Yeah, what I like to do is double do it something really, and just tie that around a lot of things. Sometimes you can do what you sort of used to do in sewing really. You know, old enough like me when they got taught sewing at school, you just whiz it round. There you go, there's a confession. And those are the days that you got taught sewing at school, hey? I don't think they do that anymore. I don't know, they do. I think they probably do actually. Right. I'm talking rubbish. I'm sure my daughter's done some sewing and stuff. Put that on there. Did see someone driving around earlier on, but I don't quite know where they've disappeared to. Right, so that on there. That on there. Right, so what I like to do with the old stringer is well, it's got this such long tail, is I'll get right over the hook and back round there, and then push that one up, and then push that one up, and then push the other one up, and if you're really lucky, 3's a bit much for this. You can actually sort of the whole thing again. If we wrapping that through there, you just shuffle them around so that goes there, that goes in the middle, and you get a lovely little cluster. You drop back and see what's going on with my line, and I should do. The line's settling down, I reckon. It's all out there now. Quite happy about that. It's time to just have a tidy up of the tip, get the sort of camera equipment sorted out, lighting equipment. And the off chance to catch a carp, which obviously that's what we're here for, so we better do. Yeah, fingers crossed, right? Looking quite, looking good. Everything went pretty well, so can't complain. Yeah, it's all very positive, setting up and everything. Been starting to pick up. Forecast is sort of, well, wind and rain and wind and rain and wind. So that's good, really. Well, to a degree. Obviously, depending how much it rains. I might suggest that Ian pitches up over there if he feels okay about the wind and everything. And at least he can come and sit in here all day long, and we just got a DVD and watch stuff like that and drink wine and have a chat. So, see, really. Yeah, so I'm going to better get on because I want to get everything all sorted out and tidied up. I missed a phone call from the wife this morning, so I don't really want to miss the next one. So, you've got to be good, haven't you? I need to sort stuff out, well, where stuff's going, get it all pitched up and ready. So, yeah, it's good. The old low-calorie tonic water with lemon. Quite nice. Better than Coke with just wine and beer. Trying to be way more healthy than I have been in the past. So, there we go. Right. Should we crack on, boys and girls? Let's crack on with the big tidy up, the big clean up, and get stuff ready, and got to get the GoPro out there, and yeah, gotta get it sorted. Right, I'll see you when I'm sorted, and yeah, won't be long, he says. Well, the rain has arrived. It's 3, it might be gone past 3 actually, 90% sure. Yeah, it's sort of light rain, wind's picking up. I don't mind this. We are going to get heavy rain. We're going to get a mixture of heavy rain and light rain, so hopefully it'll spur a few bites through tonight. I was just hoping it isn't really heavy all night long, which would be a complete waste of time me being here really. But I can't, you can't do anything about that. It depends how much where the wind pushes it, whether it pushes up a little bit north or it keeps it down south a little bit. Just have to wait and see. I'll only know tomorrow when it's done, but that's all we can do. It's sort of drizzly and sort of light rain tomorrow morning. I think Ian will be happy because he's sort of, looks like it's going to be sort of dying down between 10 and 11. I think he's going to be sort of trying to get here about 1 o'clock, so that'll be perfect timing for him. Any luck, all that rain and stuff will have done some good, and yeah, spurred these fish on for a little bit of feeding realistically. I've got my bait out there, spombed out a load more about 1 o'clock, just trying to sort of empty the contents of this bucket that I've got by sort of lunchtime tomorrow, around about then. I might actually bait up before Ian arrives. Let's get it all out there, and then just stick to my boilies. There might be a catapult range if I'm lucky with the wind. Might sort of help things out a little bit. Sort of catapult stuff saves me spomming all the time, because I reckon I'm going to ache quite a bit by then. But yeah, it's looking good, feeling good. I've seen a few fish moving, been scanning around with the binoculars, watching the areas, and picked up a few fish sort of sticking their fins out, a little bit quick rolls and things. So yeah, there's fish out there. Had a few crashing. It's all very good and all very positive. So it's game on really. Let's just hope this plan and course of action pays off realistically. Gets me some fish on the bank. Righty-ho. Let's I might even have my tea early tonight and get my head down by sort of 9 o'clock. See, really, I was up quite early this morning, so it'd be good. So you've got to get your brain in the zone. Don't want to be sort of too tired. So fingers crossed, really. Hey, fingers crossed. Well, the rain is still going strong. I've checked the weather forecast, and it's sort of 23, 24 mile an hour gusts, so I think I'm going to be quite sheltered here, so it's just quite good. Yeah, it's, I've had my tea. The old weather's been dragged out inside here. It's been warm for quite a while, I must admit. But I've had that and a salad, very nice indeed. Yeah, so, wow. One of them may or may not rattle off tonight. I don't know, it's not bad rain, as in, you know what I mean, it's rain, it's not super heavy rain. I don't like heavy rain. I just do with it been a little bit, or a little less heavy in times and things. So yeah, we might stand a fair chance. Don't know. We just have to wait and see how it progresses. I got my it's the my Witchwood unhooking mat. So I'll see how that goes. A little bit smaller than what I've been using, so don't know. Be mindful of that in the future. But yeah, sit and watch television for the rest of the evening. I'm not going to do anything too adventurous. I'm not going to no more cups of coffee, so I'm going to try and get through the night. It'll be quite nice. I'm not sure whether I'm going to get any mozzies tonight. I don't know. I've got my mozzie thing up and ready to go just in case. I'll just have to see. Weighing equipment's there, the other landing net's there, which I'm going to move when I go to bed to the other swim. So it's easier to net fish in the other swim than it is here. And one of the net's just there in the bushes, so that shouldn't be too bad. Apart from the wasp nest I've discovered, so the sort of next to me net down underneath the undergrowth and in the ground somewhere. Bless them. I started to sort of moving a few little bits and bobs. I started to trim the brambles, sort of disturb them. Not very happy, so I thought they'd have settled down by now, but they haven't. I didn't notice them before, but when you start noticing things when you're actually looking, don't you, really? So prior to that, I probably wasn't even thinking about it and just tooting around doing stuff and not noticing anything. But there we go. Right, I'm going to bid you farewell for this evening, and yeah, catch up with you with any luck in the night, or no luck, which is something we don't rely here. I'll see you tomorrow morning, but I am feeling very, very lucky at the moment, so bring it on, shall we? Bring it on. There we go. Even christened me unhooking mat, so that problem solved. Haven't blanked, that problem solved. And yeah, getting wet. But hey, there we go. Right, I'm gonna lighten the sling quickly and see what we get. Really? 10, 12, 13, 14 pound probably. Not really sure, but there we go. Rightio. Beautiful. Torpedo. Other side of its tail. Absolutely ripped off. Unbelievable. There we go. Chucking it down the rain at the moment, so photos aren't going to be brilliant or anything like that. But well, good morning. It's nicely lit up, living like a bit of a Christmas tree. It's just gone past 5 AM in the morning. Just put that fish back that you've just seen. It was £17.8 in the end, so I'm happy with that. It's quite good. Bigger than I thought it was. It's been a while since I've caught something, so yeah, you sort of lose track of size really, and you slip them back and call them 10-pounders. So occasionally you need to weigh them and find out they're actually not 10-pounders and they're really 17-pounders. But there you go. Sorry. Yeah, so I'm happy with that. On the pop up, on the bag, on that middle distance rod as well. So can't argue with that whatsoever. The wind appears to be dying down, because when I cast that bag out, it's quite sort of black calm out there. So yeah, it's interesting. The rain's still coming at the moment. I've got no idea about what the forecast is for today. I don't know whether I'm going to stay awake or just might just stick a podcast on and see if I can fall asleep. It's going to be sort of a long old day today. It was a long old day yesterday, but I slept pretty well between the sort of the rain, etc. So about 9 o'clock I went to bed last night, so slept until nearly 5. I was up a couple of times for a wee and listening out things. There's a guy on what I call Gate Island, who's, I think he's definitely had a fish. Adrian, that would be. He's saw his lights on this morning, so unless he's had some other disaster, hopefully he's caught. Can't see Steve. Steve's across the other side, so I have no idea about him. Just have to communicate later on today and see what happens really. Not sure if you do 1 night or 2 nights. He generally just does 1 night at the moment, so he'll probably pop round before he leaves. Ian's actually going to turn up at some particular point and pitch up somewhere, don't know. Hopefully he'll avoid the rain today. He don't like setting up in the rain. I don't know anyone that does really. You've got to be pretty keen as you get older to actually set up in the rain. That's why it's worth doing what I think I do. Beat the rain, maybe do an extra night. Maybe sacrifice a couple of things just to sort of get down before the rain and set up. Get out there and yeah. Right, I'm going to stop now because it's about to start raining and I realise that I've plugged